Now, hi again and welcome to another video. My name is Naomi Karemi. If you are new here, welcome. If you've been here before, thank you for sticking by. Now, today's topic is going to be a little bit about my work and what it is that I do. I am a birth, postpartum and bereavement doula by profession. And I have just written a book about the postpartum period based on ancestral wisdom. The reason why I wrote the book on ancestral wisdom is because I haven't found a book that just focuses on that kind of information and knowledge. So I was lucky enough to interview my grandmother, my mother's mom, in 2020 when I went for my son's postpartum celebration, where he was welcomed with bow and arrow, the typical traditional welcome. And we still live in communal settings, so we eat and live together, mainly and mostly under one place or under one area or region, or what we call a boma. So being with and sharing and being there for each other is how I grew up. My late grandfather, my mother's dad, had 6 wives. So you can imagine the amount of cousins or aunties and uncles that I have. I come from a massive family. So going back to my interview with my grandmother, I asked some of my mom's sisters who came to you when you gave birth, and they always pointed at each other. I found that really heartwarming because I remember when my own children were born, my 2 kids, the first ones, when they were born, my mother came every time for 3 months to the Netherlands, from Kenya to the Netherlands for 3 months to honor my postpartum period. Because in Kenya, in Mombasa, where I'm from, it is normal that the postpartum person is looked after for 40 days. We call it siku harubaini. That's Swahili. Siku harubaini means 40 days. You stay away from it all for 40 days. And on the 40th day, there's going to be a celebration. And there is stages in where the mother or the birthing partner is honored and celebrated before the whole family union does the celebration, which is normally 40 plus 10 days, because there is a reason why we add the 10 days. I'll get into that. Maybe not in this video because it's quite detailed, but anyway, that's how we do it. So then when I asked my mother to explain some things, she said to me, plus my other aunt, you need to hear it from the horse's mouth, my grandmother. So I sat her down, because I remember as a child, I used to be one of those grandchildren when babies were born and I was around, because we always used to go to my grandparents' village during school holidays. And I have witnessed her helping some of my cousins. And so I was one of the grandchildren who was sent to go and make sure the razor was sealed, that it wasn't a used one. You know, if it's open, then it's probably used, and you can never know. So I was one of the grandchildren who was who was sent to make sure that the razor was sealed, and to boil water, because then a bath was underway. So I have quite some cousins that I saw being born, and who I was there with the first few days or weeks before my holiday vacation ended, that I had to go back to where my parents were living to go back to school. And I have such an attachment with these cousins, because some of them, with my own little pocket money, I would go to the market and buy them little baby clothes and, set up that caring package for the moms and making sure that they're eating okay and just observing. And I think it kind of sat and stayed with me for a long time. So anyway, I wrote a book with that wisdom. I ordered 30 and now I have 2 left, which is really nice. So this is the book. And the topic is the postpartum is for every womb that has carried life. Because I think that is the part that many People, healthcare givers, but also family members forget that a postpartum person is a postpartum person regardless how long they carried life. Whether that baby came to be or whether that baby did not make it home, she does deserve, or they deserve, to have a postpartum period. This is what that book is about. Now, it's a really handsomely put book. I'm really proud of what I've done myself, because I got an illustrator, Charlotte, and she is from the UK, but she did my illustration, and I wanted to keep it as authentic to us, as authentic to my tribe and my people as possible. That's where this illustration came about. And I love it. And I chose as calm colors as possible to make sure it's not only attractive, but it reflects why it is that I wrote this book. Okay? And that setting is exactly what Ancestral Wisdom is about. The collection of everybody else who leaves their homes, and regardless how long for, and they leave their homes, they leave their own routines to be there for and with each other. Because newborn babies, where I'm from, are actually returning ancestors. They are our returning ancestors. Part of the reason why we keep and hold on to family names is because of that stretch with the lineage and the heritage of your clan is linked to the new one that arrives. So this is the reason why I sing about birth is a celebration, because it is a celebration. It is a moment that many times the elders knew to leave whatever was and start a new chapter, because a new life attunes and demands that people reflect, people restructure, families avail themselves. So the reaction of the book has been amazing. Thank you to everybody who's got their copy. My local bookstore here also got a copy. There's going to be some that are going to go to Planet in Leiden. She's asked for some that she can sell for me in her bookstore, in her shop. My chiropractor also in Leiden, Chiropractic Leiden, has one copy, but if anybody is interested to have some few there, if you go there and you think, oh, maybe I can pick up a copy there, let me know. I'll leave my email address here so you can catch up, link up with me, and I'll make sure you can get copies everywhere. And otherwise, you can get the copies in every Amazon UK, Amazon Deutschland, Amazon America. If you want the ebook version, is available everywhere. iBook, Apple Books, Kobo, Kindle, you can get access to this. Grab your copy, read it. I would appreciate it. Once you have read it, if you can leave me a review, because this is my first published work. And we learn and grow from experience, but from mistakes that others see, because it's my own work. I might not see everything. I had better readers. I had somebody who edited it for me. And there is still gonna be mistakes. It's inevitable because we are human. But it's through the mistakes that we learn. And my next book, I want it to be just as this and maybe better. And I can only do that with your help. So please, once you've got a copy of it, once you have it in your hands and you've read it, do let me know what you think. Did it resonate? Did it ring for you? I was lucky because one of the better readers that I had was my nanny, and she's now born on her maternity leave as they're expecting. So one of these copies is actually going to be hers. I'm going to send it to her by post. She has no idea unless she watches this video now. But yeah, this copy is hers and she can share it and tell the others who would be interested or looking to get in the same copy. But yeah, she was one of my better readers and she's going to get a copy, a signed copy for her own keepsake and reminder, because she is going to be in that zone, in the zone of motherhood and parenthood. Now, thank you again. If you are looking to see where you can purchase it, I'm going to put all the links in this video. Please check it out. Read it on Kindle before you buy the paperback if you want. But I assure you, I put my heart and soul into this. Postpartum work is the core of my existence. This is the topic. I speak about it a lot in my podcast. I haven't done a podcast for a while now. I stopped when my father died in January, but I get a lot of requests. When are you going to start the rooms? It was so nice. We learned some things. And the beauty of it was I could record straight from my clubhouse rooms. So my rooms were like 3 hours long. That meant I had 3 podcasts times 2. I had 6 podcasts every week because I had 2 rooms. Every week I held 2 rooms. Right? So all that goodness is going to come this year. This is why I said if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please do. I have quite a lot to share. It's been a roller coaster of emotions, but also a lot of knowledge, growth, experiences that I want to share with you. Maybe it will touch somebody. Maybe you find yourself in the same place and you're stuck with what next. Do stick around. And thank you again, and I will leave this one here. I will catch you up in the next one.